Hey, Shalom. And I give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Barakah to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Barakah to Wakakadash. Double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone, our elders at GMS. And salutations, peace, and blessings to the hopeful elect of the children of Israel, the sincere laborers, the people of Negro, Latino, Native American, Seminole Indian descent. Okay. Israelite foreigners as well, who Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, and scattered amongst the heathen nations and that look like the heathen nations, but are Israelites through their fathers. And you walk with this humbling yourself as well. Peace and shalom. Project Casper, inside secret nuke bunker built under luxury hotel to house entire U.S. Congress with 1,000 beds, cafe, and its own crematorium. So they're anticipating some of them dying as well during this thing when it pops off, when the shit hits the fan. But this devil, in all reality, there's a song that says, you can run, but you can't hide. This devil, you can't run, nor can you hide. The spirit is against you, and the spirit is everywhere you go. You can't even run, devil, but he's going to make an attempt to run. But they're getting ready. And time is running short. But a centuries old luxury resort completed with 7 and 10 guest rooms, 4 golf courses, and meticulous gardens has long concealed a secret buried beneath the Greenbrier in West Virginia's demystifies nuclear bunker designed to hold the entire U.S. Congress. And it looks like they've been updating this thing. See, this devil, his whole plan is going to turn against him, like the scripture said. I looked up the word pit. He that diggeth the pit. Let me find these scriptures here. I'm thinking of the apocrypha most of all. I mean, if Esau did right, then he wouldn't have nothing to fear. But he's not built to do that which is right. He's built and, designed just to do nothing but wickedness. But this is just his spirit that he has to hide himself after all the things that he's done. He has to run and hide. Ecclesiasticus 27:26, whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that setteth a trap shall be taken therein. It's his new world order. Ultimately, it's going to turn against him. Ultimately, it's going to eventually become his pit. I'm going to come back to this pit. There's just quite a few scriptures on that. So this devil, like I say, can run, but he can't hide. Get a couple of scriptures here. I'm going to the book of Obadiah. Okay. The vision of Obadiah. Thus said the Lord power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small amongst the heathen. Among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. The so-called white man. And most notably Amalek, the identity thief, the self-proclaimed chosen people. The pride of thy heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? It's like, where's my point? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, thence will I bring thee down, said the Lord. He's quite aware of this, that the bullseye is on him. So let me go back to this article here. Yeah, he's planning on, like the scripture comes in play here is, yeah, yeah, that his houses shall dwell forever. I know I'm roughly paraphrasing, but his inward thought is just that his houses will dwell forever, something like that. His inward thought. I just hit it wrong. Just keep coming up wrong. Why does it keep doing this? Look at Psalms. Let me just hit dwell forever. Wow. Okay. Hmm. This is interesting. Let me do this. Is it houses or houses? House or houses? Here we are. It's Psalms 49:11. The inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. So they plan on after the smoke is all settled, after the fire lets down, after all chaos and everything, so to speak, goes quiet. This devil's ultimate goal is to come back out of those holes in his domes, deep underground military bunkers, and continue on with this wickedness forever. As if he won the battle. It says the inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Let's see, NOT says, the grave is their eternal home, where they will stay forever. Now the pit, and I looked up the pit, they may name their estates after themselves. The grave is their but their fame will not last. They will die just like animals. This is the fate of fools, though they are remembered as being wise. And like sheep, they are led to the grave. Remember the scripture I read about the pit. Like sheep, they are led to the grave, where death will be their shepherd. In the morning, the godly will rule over them. Their bodies will rot in the grave, far from their grand estates. So this devil, is his new world order, which is just straight up wickedness. And there's quite a few scriptures on it when it speaks on mentions as far as the pit is concerned. Ecclesiastes 21:10. The way of sinners is made plain with stones, but the end thereof is the pit of hell. There's another one that speaks about their new world order. That one's pit. That's the spiritual pit. Europe. And there'll be the princes of the north, all of them, and all the Zidonians, which are going down with the slain. With their terror, they are ashamed of their might, and they lie uncircumcised with them that be slain by the sword, and bear their shame with them that go down to the pit. Ezekiel 32:29. There is Edom, her kings, and all her princes, which with their might are laid by them that were slain by the sword. They shall die with the uncircumcised, and with them that go down to the pit. This devil's done. Let's have it describe some of what's going on with some of this thing that they got going on. The opulent resort nestled in the Allegheny Mountains town of White Sulphur Springs has been popular with the likes of royalty and famed politicians since it opened in 1778. That's the hotel itself. So when work commenced on the new wing in 1958, few but a number of observant locals battled an eyelid. An enormous hole was dug for the foundation of the new wing, and vast amounts of concrete were trucked in. The 720-foot underground facility built from 59 to 1962 and dubbed Project Greek Island was a gloomy refuge with 1,000 beds, a 400-seat cafeteria, and a trash incinerator that could also be used as a crematorium. That's like we cremate bodies. So like I said, they're anticipating some of them passing away and dying. As if they don't have to, they're planning on having that thing this thing locked up for an amount of time. And some of them might get injured and pass away from injuries, or some might just drop dead from fright. So to dispose of the bodies. So this devil think he has it all planned out. He thinks, he's trying to work it all out. There was also a hospital and an operating room and a pharmacy stocked with plenty of antidepressants, as well as congressional record room that kept both files and a collection of weapons. Measuring more than 112,000 square feet, the two-level bunker, previously codenamed Project Casper, is roughly the size of 2 football fields on top of one another. Wow. It has 4 doors. The 2 largest weigh 28 and 20 tons respectively, and requiring 50 pounds of force to open, so not much at all. The blast door that divided the Greenbriers public area from the bunker was hidden in plain sight behind floor wallpaper. Wow. So again, this devil's plan on his plans, which all these devils' plans, nothing's going to go as planned. Nothing's going to work out for these devils. But there's definitely going to be the elite that's going to make it to wherever they're going to, scour to, wherever these devils running and hide. The elites will make it. But here in Babylon, this place that's going to be a tomb. That's literally going to be the tomb for these congressmen and these senators and whoever else is going to run down in this bunker with them. Let me get the scripture here. Let me open one of these here. Thing of Revelation, the 6th chapter. The first seal, rider on a white horse. The second seal, war. The third seal, famine. The fourth seal, death. The fifth seal, martyrs. The sixth seal, terror. The sixth seal, terror. And I beheld when he had opened the 6th seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell upon the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it rolled together. And this is nuclear destruction. And every mountain and island were moved out of their place. And every mountain and island were moved out of their place. It's like here. Isaiah 24. You see these devils they're starting this war. And this is a video I want to play for you. Because this is the ultimate goal of these devils. The small hats. The ultimate goal of these small hats. Let me see if I can find this video. And it's a Muslim imam that's speaking on it. The ultimate Esau's plan. to bring in this thing. Slack, let me see if I can find it. There it is. I got a lot of stuff saved.
Russia is a...
Now listen to this here. See, the world, there's a lot of people waking up to this devil's plan, you know. But these niggas here.
Greatest military power in the world today. But Israel wants a great war between these two giants. Because Israel is calculating that a war, a nuclear war between the China-Russia alliance and NATO will be a war of mutual destruction. And when these two major superpowers are destroyed, mutually destroyed, in a nuclear war, and the population of the world is substantially reduced, that Israel will now have a chance to claim.
Substantially reduced. They want to reduce the population. It's a sinister plot behind this whole thing, you know. But the ultimate thing is these devils. They're instigating this war, you know. And he's not the. And this Netanyahu, not a Jew, is not. He's not the puppet master. He's just another vessel that's being used to help bring this thing in, to bring this World War III, to make this World War III pop off, the War of Armageddon pop off. He's just another puppet. But the elites of his people, you know, they done infiltrated all the governments around the world. You know, they're infiltrated all the media. You know, they're in control of all that. They're in control of the whole chessboard, where all ultimately is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, but this devil is control of this whole chessboard here on this here in this theater, the world theater, you know. So he wants to make sure this thing starts, this war starts, and that's how the shaking going to come. That's how the earth is going to will to and fro through this war.
Is the greatest military.
That's how this is going to come to pass. It says, Isaiah 24:17, fear and the pit and the snare are upon thee, O inhabitants of the earth. And it shall come to pass that he who fleeth from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit. And he that cometh out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare. For the windows from on high are open, and the foundations of the earth do shake through this World War III, which is going to be fought with nuclear missiles. Okay? Thermonuclear missiles. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgressions thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. Okay? And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high. Those elite bankers, the leader of these people, man, the Edomites, these red Edomites, and the kings of the earth upon the earth, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. Okay? So that's what they're hiding from. That's what they're preparing for. You know, they're preparing to hide. You know? So back to Revelation, the sixth seal, the scroll in the heavens apart as a scroll is, when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their place. That scroll, that when that mushroom cloud is going up from the explosion. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. Let's go into that dens and rocks. This ain't for you Negroes to hide in. And it's just definitely ain't for you black women. You don't have a place in these dens in these rocks. A cave, a den, a cavern, by implication, a hiding place or resort. Cave and den. A hiding place or resort. So all this place things are, man. Hiding places, resorts. You know, and you look up, hold up, a resort. That's another name they use for these extravagant hotels and vacation spots. A place that is popular destination for vacations or recreations, or which is frequented by a particular purpose. Now, where's this place hid under? A resort. Inside a secret nuke bunker. A centuries-old luxury resort. That's the spirit that gave me that. You know, an old luxury resort completed with a 710 guest. And this is the resort up above the bunker. It's the resort up above the bunker. Video. There's a video on it. Let me go back to that. I recorded it, so I wouldn't have to play the video, the commercial.
That was the Cold War mantra for a handful of people who built and maintained for years a secret nuclear bunker nestled deep inside a mountain at the Greenbrier Resort in southern West Virginia. A 25-ton steel door swings shut. In the event of a nuclear attack on Washington, D.C., some 400 kilometers away, members of Congress would be locked safely inside with enough generator power, food, water, and beds to last weeks. It's a story Greenbrier historian Bob Conti has been telling a long time.
And this is just one of many that Esau has. But anything here on this land of Babylon, man, is not going to make it. There's nothing here that's going to make it. Bunkers, whatever, nuclear missile silos. This is going to be the tomb, and for these people, and preppers as well. That's prepping, that's prepping for the day of doom, the day of visitation. It's going to be literally be their tomb.
Really captures a moment in time, a moment that was filled with a lot of fear. Really goes back to the mid-50s.
We are in a new era of the time of fear. Another Cold War. Another Cold War. So, resort. So where was I at? Oh, dens in the rocks and in the rocks of the mountain. That's what I wanted to slock it. In the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. That's literal. It said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? So they know what's coming. They know the latter end is slavery, straight up slavery, man. The man following us and hide. through the ideal of alighting to fall literally or figuratively. Okay, to descend from a higher place to a lower, to fall either from or upon, to be thrust down, to fall under judgment, came under condemnation, to descend from an erect to a prostrate position. Of those overcome by terror or astonishment or grief, or under the attack of an evil spirit, or of a falling dead suddenly. Belongs to fall down the ruin, the building. To lose authority, no longer have force of sane precepts. Okay. So they know that time's coming. The devil knew that he had but a short time. Get another precept here. Here we go. This is NLT Isaiah 2. And start at 12. For the Lord of heaven's armies has a day of reckoning. He will punish the proud and mighty and bring down everything that is exalted. He that exalted himself, remember Obadiah, he that exalted himself above the clouds, he that dwelleth in the clefts of the rocks, he will cut down the tall cedars of Lebanon and all the mighty oaks of Bashan. He will level all the high mountains and all the lofty hills, governments, and, lower governments. He will break down every high tower and every fortified wall. He will destroy all the great trading ships and every magnificent vessel. Human pride will be humbled and human arrogance will be brought down. Only the Lord will be exalted on the day of judgment. Only Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai will be exalted. Only Yahweh Shai will be exalted on the day of judgment. Idols will be completely disappear. Idols will completely disappear when the Lord rise to shake the earth. His enemies will crawl into holes in the ground. They will hide in caves in the rocks from the terror of the Lord and the glory of his majesty. On that day of judgment they will abandon the gold and silver idols they made for themselves to worship. They will leave their gods to the rodents and bats while they crawl away into caverns and hide among the jagged rocks in the cliffs. They will try to escape the terror of the Lord and the glory of his majesty as he rises to shake the earth. Don't put your trust in mere humans. They are as frail as bread. What good are they? So, there's nothing this devil can do. There's nowhere he can hide. So this is a spiritual thing, and the spiritual thing is going to come into full effect. Spiritual power. It's going to come into full effect here. This devil's doom, man. This is it. Jeremiah 16:16. Jeremiah 16:16. Let me go to the NLT. But now I am sending for many fishermen who will catch them, said the Lord. I am sending for hunters who will hunt them down in the mountains, hills, and caves. I am watching them closely. And so again, they think they can hide. You can't even run. What's the point of even running? But this devil's gonna run anyway. But you can't hide. I am watching them closely, and I see every sin they cannot hope to hide from me. I would double their punishment for all their sins because they had defiled my land with lifeless images of their detestable gods and have filled my territory with their evil deeds. Let me go back to the King James Version. Behold, I will send for many fishers, and said the Lord, and they shall fish them, and afterward will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. For my eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from my eyes. Okay, and first I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double, because they have defiled my land. They have filled my inheritance with their carcasses of their detestable and abominable things. So destination, prison. Destination, the pit. The pit. There's a scripture I'm thinking of. I'm pretty sure it's Isaiah, where we'll visit them after so much time, after many days. Isaiah 24:22. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth, upon the earth. I read this earlier. Slack the water. He wants it to come out again. And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prisons. And after many days, they be visited. Fantastic news. Of course, it's fantastic news. It's the fate of the enemy, our enemy. It's his fate. Destination, the pit. So there's nowhere this devil can hide. And I'm going to close with this last scripture here. Edgar walked through the west entrance tunnel into the facility. I guess that's it was a tourist attraction at one point. Yeah, they put a lot of effort and money and resources behind this thing. And of course, what's more than positive, it's been updated. The Greenbrier is frequented by members of the political elite. Okay, I got a scripture for your elite. Your elite. I'm pretty sure it's Psalms 149. Praise ye the Lord. Sing unto the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua a new song in his praise in the congregation of saints. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises upon him with the timbrel and harp. For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people, and he will beautify the meek with salvation. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and the two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen, and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute judgment, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord. So there's nowhere you can hide, devil. There's nowhere you can run. There's nowhere you can hide, period. There's nowhere you can run. There's nowhere you can hide, period. So these deep underground, and that's another name for it. It's just DOMS. I'm just going to put that acronym, see what comes up. A lack intelligent DOM. Now let's see what comes up. DOMS, deep underground military bases. Images. So this is nothing new. This is nothing new. So again, destination slavery. Revelation, what's that, 13:9? Destination slavery, period. Shalom.